Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Progressive Action TV show. You know, it's very rare that I go back to back live shows, but I had to do it. We cannot ignore any type of trickery that Local 100 is doing. We can't ignore the littlest amount from these union corrupt leaders. We can't ignore nothing any longer. But before I get into it, you guys see how you could donate to the platform. The donation is via Cash App. The Cash App is Progressive Action 100. But before you guys donate to me, I would want you guys to donate to my friend Laraya Wilson. I had spoke to her today, and I was trying to give her a few days. She had suffered a devastating fire a few days ago. She also lost her dog. She had a dog for 17 years. And, you know, one of the worst things that someone could go through is a house fire. You lose everything. Even if the fire don't get to the stuff, the smoke will. I was in a house fire before, and it's not nothing nice. So we actually have her GoFundMe in the link of the video. So if you look at the link of the video, the very top of the video, it's embedded there. If you're watching on Facebook, you will see it. If you're watching on YouTube, you see it. If you need the link personally, I will send it to you. But yeah, if you can donate to my friend Laraya Wilson. She is a transit worker. She is a train operator. She's been on the job for years. Very nice individual, kind-hearted. And yeah, very, very tragic situation. Like I said, she lost her dog. So she lost a lot. She told me she lost all of her possessions. And if you could donate $5, whatever it is, whatever the amount is, do what you can. Get her the donation. If you don't have to donate to Progressive Action TV today, you could donate to her. Yeah. So we like to take care of our people. So make sure you donate to her. Once again, we have the MTA Riders and Workers Assault March. This march is happening August 6th, Friday, August 6th at 9 a.m. on the steps of City Hall. This is something where nobody is going to be left out. The riders is going to be there. The workers is going to be there. We must make our voices heard. These assaults, specifically speaking on us transit workers, are out of control. They are out of control. And it seems like nothing is being done. And we must do what we have to do to make our voices heard and to protect ourselves. If you just joined in the live just now, could you please share out this live? We have some stuff to unpack. You know, we're going to really zoom in on the behavior of our Local 100 officers. We also must remind you that it is an election year, and this is why they do what they do, to act like they care, and then disappear for the next 2 years, 9 months, and then be active again for the last 3 months to act like they care. Got a lot to talk about here. So if you can, make sure you share out this live. I'm going through a shadow ban right now, where a lot of people don't know what a shadow ban is that when I go live, everybody don't get my notifications. So in order for people to actually see these lives, people actually have to share them out. So make sure that you share out this live. All right, so let's get into it. Let's see what we got here. I'm lost. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Now, this tweet from Local 100 says, "We are poised for a recovery under dynamic leadership, Eric Adams." Now, without a doubt, Eric Adams, good dude. I support him. Progressive Action support him. But what's up with the trickery? We don't do no business with the mayor of New York City. We don't negotiate contracts with them. We don't put in disputes with the mayor. We don't do anything with the mayor of New York. Maybe except when it comes to what they call that again? Vision Zero and things of that nature. But for the most part, we do not do no business with the mayor of New York City. I mean, I get it. I'm happy he won. It's not over yet. He still got to go through Sliwa. Everyone is expecting him to beat Sliwa. It is what it is. But you should be worried about the leadership in the state, not the city, because we do all our business with Governor Cuomo. All our business with Governor Cuomo. It don't even matter who's the mayor. Don't matter who the mayor is, unless they plan on transferring the MTA back to the city of New York. But that's not on the table right now. So why are we so excited for someone that we don't do business with? We do absolutely no business. Or if we do, it's minor business with the city of New York when it comes to the union. I don't even understand what's the crazy excitement for and the crazy push, but this is just how they get down. We happy that Eric Adams won, but let's handle the business in the state. That's where all of our issues lie. Now, this next piece of information that I'm gonna bring to you guys is the ticker tape parade. I want to touch on that some more in more detail. I feel that yesterday I didn't give too much the proper attention that I should have gave to it. So now I want to give it to it now. I found something very odd. And I'm going to read this tweet. This wasn't even a tweet. This was on Facebook. I'm going to read this on Facebook. And I don't miss nothing. It's hard to get something slipped past me, I'll tell you that. I want to read this to you guys. It says the mayor's office set strict limits on the number of participants unions, city agencies, and other organizations could bring. Local 100 was granted 25 marches. Several dozen other members were assigned to ride a vintage MTA subway car, an electric bus with the windows removed, or the city's transportation themed float. We will be posting more on the parade. Now, what I found very strange about this post was that they removed the windows from the city bus. Now, this may not mean nothing to you guys, but it means something to me. And here's some of the pictures of the windows removed from that bus. You have Utano here with someone. He's actually looking through the bus window. The windows is really removed from that bus. Here go another picture of the windows removed from the bus, right? It's unprecedented. Never seen before. Let me see if I have another picture. This is another picture of the windows removed from the bus. Now, I know some of you guys would say, Tramel, what's the importance of the windows being removed from the bus? I'm going to tell you what the importance is. You have politicians riding these buses. You have union leadership riding these buses. You had some important people riding these buses. They removed the windows because of the threat of the pandemic, and COVID is still there. The average customer can't remove a window during a trip, no matter how hot it is outside. A bus operator can't remove their window to increase the ventilation on these buses. But when it comes to the union leadership, when it comes to the politicians, all of a sudden the bus windows could be removed. Can anybody point to me to any other parade where MTA bus was used and the windows was removed? Can someone enlighten me? I found that to be very strange. I found that to be very odd. I found that to be a smack in the face, not only to the riding public, but also to the men and women who drive these vehicles. Why are they allowed the maximum protection, but we aren't? I mean, I would love for them. I would love to hear their excuse as to why the windows was removed on the buses. There's absolutely no reason why they can't. Nobody don't care that you're waving out the window. No, that's what they're going to say. Oh, it was a parade, and you know we wanted to be seen. If you wanted to be seen, why didn't you ride the float? What they wanted to do was make it very safe for them, but they don't care about it being safe for the workers and for the riding public. This was obvious. This was obvious. I mean, look at this right here. Look at this picture right here. The windows was really removed to increase the circulation in the buses because the threat of the virus is still there, and they feel that they don't want to get it, but they don't care about you and I. They don't care about you and I. And it's not like the parade was from Midtown Manhattan to Battery Park. The parade was a few blocks. They could have walked the parade. I don't get it. I don't get it. They made it a point to put a bus on a parade to remove the windows. But this is the leadership that we dealing with. Now look at this picture. Look at this picture right here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play a video. Look at this video right here real quick.
Thank you.
Played this video yesterday, but I'm gonna show you guys how crazy. Now that video was of President Feinberg on the train, ringing the bell or whatever she was doing. We had union representatives. You had the vice president of the stations having a good old time on that same old vintage subway car, as if they treated us like colleagues and partners, and as if they really cared about our health and safety during the whole 2020. This is what they was doing. This is what they was doing. It was all games on them. Now, this picture right here is going to surprise y'all. It's going not surprise y'all, but I'm going to explain this next picture for you guys. Let me put it up on the screen. Yo, a matter of fact, I really need you guys to start sharing out this video. Like I said, I am under a shadow ban. I go live. People don't get my notifications. I don't know how long the ban is going to last. The only way they get my notifications is if you guys share it out. So I need you guys to share out this video. This is real important information. This information is super, 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 super important. You know, because I'm gonna show you. I just don't get how they operate and how they think. I mean, I get it, but it's just so blatant, like they don't even care anymore. So let me get to this next picture. To the naked eye, you would look at this picture and say, hey, it's a whole bunch of, transit workers there and other people. Well, let me explain to you who those other people are. The woman in the front with the red hair, that's Sarah Maya. She is a chief officer in the MTA. Next to her is Craig Cipriano. He's the MTA president for buses. Why is the union standing there taking a picture with them as if they did us any good during this whole entire pandemic? Now, the irony of this picture is that it wasn't posted on the union Twitter. This was posted on Sarah Maya Twitter. And you have the vice president of MTA bus there. You have Utano there. You have the division chair of MTA bus. You have some heavy union officials there taking a picture with management, a management who didn't care if we survived or not during this whole entire pandemic. Why are they sitting there taking pictures with them? And like I said, this wasn't on the union website or the union Twitter. This is on Sarah Maya Twitter. So they didn't want to promote this, but the picture exists. This is a smack in the face to all of us. And just to remind them what the smack in the face was. How can we forget about this picture right here? How can we forget when they told bus operators, attention, bus operators, as per AGM and Center, face masks are not to be issued to you. So we have our union representatives standing next to the management who said that you shouldn't have face masks. That's what's going on here. They standing next to the management who said we couldn't have face masks, right? They are standing next to management that put up stipulations of when we could wear our mask, right? Everyone knows that the mask apparently helped out with protecting us with the virus. They told us not to wear masks. But here we go, still in the pandemic. We're not out of the pandemic. We still in it. They are posing with management as if they don't have bloods on their hands. Like, this parade was super, super disrespectful. It was super disrespectful. How can they, I want to put this picture up again. How is our union leadership? You have Utano there, the president. He's standing with Craig Cipriano and Sarah Meyer, chief officers of the MTA. Craig Cipriano is the president of buses. They told us that we couldn't wear masks. Why are we standing there taking pictures with them? I need someone to help me understand that. How are we there taking pictures with them? Now, I got a video to play, and I'm going to show you guys how incompetent our union president, Tony Utano, is. I'm going to show you how he's afraid of Cuomo, because you got to really pay attention. If you're not paying attention and in the loop of what's really going on, it's going to fly by you. It's going to fly by you. I'm going to play a video, and I want you guys to pay attention. Maybe I'll play it twice. Maybe I'll play it twice just so you guys can catch on to what I'm saying. But check out this video.
New York City Hometown Heroes Ticker Tape Parade honored all frontline workers today, from doctors and nurses to grocery delivery and bodega workers to first responders, teachers, and transit and sanitation employees.
I don't care where it comes from, federal, state, city, we deserve it.
But thousands of essential workers, including paramedics, boycotted the parade that marched up the Canyon of Heroes in Lower Manhattan. And many who were there from unions, like the Transport Workers Union, held up signs like this: "We are essential, not expendable."
During the pandemic, our members were out there 24 hours, 7 days a week, while people were home and being able to go to where they had to go because we took them there. And now it's time for the government to step up.
The FDNY EMS union is currently in contract negotiations with the city, fighting for equal pay and, at the very least, hazard pay.
None of our members were there unless they were paid or ordered to be so by the department. Here we have New York City, who received billions of dollars in federal aid, and nothing.
New York City Hometown Heroes Ticker Tape Parade honored all frontline workers today, from doctors and nurses to grocery delivery.
I'm gonna stop it right there for now, because I really want to get into this. Tony Utano said he doesn't care where the money comes from, federal, state, city. It's either Utano really think that we dumb, or he really doesn't have a clue and he's just that incompetent. It's one of the two. This is how it works. The federal government gives the state money. Not the other way around. The city don't give the state. The federal government gives the state money. The state is Cuomo. The MTA is a state-ran agency, which is Cuomo again. So when he say he don't care where it comes from, what he really saying is that I'm afraid to hold the person accountable from where it's supposed to come from. Cuomo got the hazard pay money already. He's just not giving it to us. Where he mean that he don't know where it's coming from? No, you know where it come from. This is just another tactic to where they do not want to hold Governor Cuomo accountable. I just don't get it. Now, and just to make things clear, he talking about he don't care if it comes from the city. The city cannot give us hazard pay. We are not city workers. We do not negotiate with the city. We do not negotiate with the mayor for nothing that involves wages, that involves sick time, that involves anything. The city cannot help us with hazard pay. So for Utano to say, oh, I don't care if it comes from the city, the state, or no, it comes from the state, my friend. But once again, you guys do not want to hold Cuomo accountable. So this is our dilemma. Our dilemma for the past decade have been Cuomo and how friendly our union leadership is to Cuomo. That has been our biggest dilemma here. Cuomo has done nothing to help us at all. Somebody point to me how Cuomo helped us in this past decade. I need to know. Let me finish playing it. Let me play the video again. I'm gonna play it all the way through this time. Check it out.
New York City Hometown Heroes Ticker Tape Parade honored all frontline workers today, from doctors and nurses to grocery delivery and bodega workers to first responders, teachers, and transit and sanitation employees.
I don't care where it comes from, federal, state, city, we deserve it.
But thousands of essential workers, including paramedics, boycotted the parade that marched up the Canyon of Heroes in Lower Manhattan. And many who were there from unions, like the Transport Workers Union, held up signs like this: "We are essential, not expendable."
During the pandemic, our members were out there 24 hours, 7 days a week, while people were home and being able to go to where they had to go because we took them there. And now it's time for the government to step up.
The FDNY EMS union is currently in contract negotiations with the city, fighting for equal pay and, at the very least, hazard pay.
None of our members were there unless they were paid or ordered to be so by the department. Here we have New York City, who received billions of dollars in federal aid, and nothing, not even a $50 gift card. Thanks for your work. Nothing.
The city giving this statement to Pix 11 tonight, addressing the parade but not hazard pay. Quote, New York City gathered in celebration of all the essential workers who got our community through its darkest moments. It was the kickoff the summer of New York City deserves, and it was the least we could do for our hometown heroes. Today's about them, end quote. But along the parade route, New York State Attorney General Letitia James did.
One of the issues that frontline workers are concerned about, obviously, is hazard pay. And I'm hoping that the city of New York negotiates on behalf of those workers, again, who sacrificed each and every day for others.
Now, someone tell me, how does that make sense? You had the FDNY union president say that the city was given billions of dollars by the federal government, and they still didn't receive hazard pay. Cuomo has the money for the hazard pay. He just don't want to give it to us. And what makes matters even worse is that our union leadership is afraid to call Cuomo out by name, to say, where is our hazard pay? Utano is looking baffled as to, I don't care where it comes from. It comes from the federal government, the city, or the state. The federal government gave the state the hazard pay money already. The city got their money. You cannot get that money from the city. So by process of elimination, the only place you could get the hazard pay money is from Cuomo. Why are they afraid to call Cuomo out? Like, what's really going on here? I mean, we know what's going on. Like I keep telling you guys, this union leadership represents Cuomo's best interest more than their own members' best interest. All this you see going down is all smoke screen and mirrors. Anybody could go down there and hold up a sign that says anything because it's passive aggressive. Why didn't they put Cuomo, where's our hazard pay? That's a direct message. They that's holding a sign, they might as well just rent a plane up in the sky to hold one of those banners that say, where's our hazard pay? Why aren't who directs a letter or a message to anyone when they know who they got the issue with? Like, who sends a blank letter that I don't know, you have a concern and you know who's supposed to handle this concern, but you don't address it to anyone? That problem is not going to get addressed. And that's exactly what our union leadership is doing. They know who they have to get the hazard pay from. It's not a secret. It's not a secret. It's about 40 people watching right now. I only have like 18 shares. I need you guys to share out the live, man. This is very important information. Share it out. Put it on your regular page. Put it in Progressive. Put it in every group that you in. Share out the videos. It's enough people watching right now. I need you guys to share out the video. This was a lot of important information here, and I'm still not done. Now, you also had pictures like this. Matter of fact, let me blow this picture up too, so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. You have our union leadership here with Chuck Schumer, right? Chuck Schumer was the one, hazard pay. And now everything is quiet. If you notice around Chuck Schumer, you do not see not one hazard pay sign. But I'm going to tell you what you do see. If you look at the right corner, you see Senator Schumer, frontline workers. Why is our union members holding up signs for Senator Schumer? Why aren't there any hazard pay signs next to Senator Schumer? Somebody explain that to me. Why aren't there any signs next to these guys? But when it comes to this picture right here, I forget this guy's name. You see all the hazard pay signs. What's up with that? Everyone who don't have nothing to do with hazard pay, like I played on my show yesterday, Eric Adams, he had a whole bunch of hazard pay signs around him. He was even holding one up himself. If you look in the video I just played, you had Letitia James. She was talking about hazard pay. She has absolutely no influence to give us hazard pay. She's the attorney general. You have this gentleman. I don't know who he is, but he has nothing to do with hazard pay. Right? But the person who have something to do with hazard pay, you don't have not one hazard pay sign around him. I really don't get it. I really don't get it. This is the sign that should have been held by them. Transit workers deserve better union representation. This is a fact. This is a fact. But this is the games that they play. And I'm telling you, this parade had angered a lot of workers. A lot of workers called me and was like, yo, this is disrespectful, this, that. Tramel, what could we do? I know what we could do. We could have a rally in front of Utano House. Because he seems to not be getting the message. And then they doing so much corrupt stuff with the election. I'm gonna do a whole show on that. I'm gonna do a whole entire show on that because it's mighty funny that the union is trying to create more hardship for the members than the MTA, believe it or not, when it comes to union dues and things of that nature. Like the union is putting potential candidates in more of a hardship than the MTA ever will. So this goes on to show you that the union leadership is not on the up and up. Like, they released the election rules during 4th of July weekend. A lot of people that don't know, well, Tramel, so what? Does it matter when they release the election rules? Yes, it does matter, because you have 48 hours to protest anything within those rules. Right? So they sent it during a weekend when most people are distracted. Right? And they don't make no announcement to say, hey, we're sending out the election rules on this day. Be looking out for it. No, they sneaky send it out during 4th of July weekend while people is distracted, traveling, dealing with family. Everyone knows that 4th of July is one of the biggest holidays next to Thanksgiving and Christmas, right? It's one of the biggest holidays where people are traveling and spending time with family. But they send out the election rules when people are distracted. It reminds us of our government when they pass laws when there's chaos. They pass bills when there's chaos, when there's some type of distraction. But this is the technology that I continuously remind you guys about. This is the technology that I continuously remind you guys about. This union leadership is not friendly to us. They are not our friends. Especially if you take a stance against them, they are not our friends. They could save all that brother sister talk. I don't even want to hear it. They treat us exactly how we should be treated. We're not their brothers and sisters. They treat us as if we their enemies. They treat us as if we should be going head to head against each other. The reason why they don't like progressive action is because we not lapdogs. We don't go along to get along. We will call you out. And they would do everything in their power to try to silence that. Let me tell you something. The way this is supposed to work in the union is that if someone have the wrong information, right, and they have a voice, and you know, if they think that we got the wrong information, why didn't they just pull us to the side and say, hey, let's have a meeting so I could teach you guys some things, because you know you guys are our sisters and brothers, and we must fight as one, and we must come together and fight during certain times. So let us teach you some things, so because you got this thing all confused and twisted. That's what a union is supposed to do. That's how a union is supposed to treat their sisters and brothers, but they don't. They don't. What they do is launch attacks. They sick management on you. They try to get you fired. They work with management to give you hardship. That's how I know that they aren't for us under any circumstance. That's how I know that. But this is what we allow, because they're only getting away with stuff where we allow them to get away with stuff. And the way most people think here is that they don't care until something direct affects them personally. What you don't know is that we have been watching a slow motion death of our union. It has been happening in slow motion, and to the naked eye, to people who's not paying attention, is nothing is happening. But for the people who's paying attention, this thing is moving and fast forward. There's a decline in our union members alone. We don't have 46,000 members no more. We haven't had that since, I think, 3 years ago. So the MTA has found a way to dwindle our union members down. What does that mean? The less members you have, the less money our union make. That's simply how it is. How do you weaken the union? You weaken their financial resources. Every member is a resource to keep this union alive, because we pay union dues. The MTA has found a way to do that. They slow on hiring people. They know that if they hire people, that's more money going into the union. Why are they so slow on hiring people? And then they put out news articles that certain trains or buses couldn't run because there isn't no workers. Well, why aren't you hiring more? The union don't control that. But why isn't the union on the MTA behinds about that? Why you don't hear no outcry for that? Because this union leadership that we have in there now, they want to see the demise of this union. It's sick. It's sick. It's like almost Jeffrey Dahmer sick. This is sick. Like they literally want to eat their own. They have ate their own. We seen what happened with Tier 6. We seen what happened with Tier 6. These are some corrupt, malignant people. And like I said, if I'm so wrong, this is a simple fix. Debate me. Say, Tramel, you got this wrong. Why you Tano feel that he's too good to talk to me? Nah, you know what it is? He don't want me to expose him. All these supposedly smart guys, why are they afraid to talk to and debate the 7-year guy? Why are they afraid to do that? Something got to be wrong. I know what it is. I will expose them. I will expose them. And that's why I'm their nightmare. I'm their worst nightmare. Progressive Action is their worst nightmare. But the MTA is smart. The MTA know that in order for them to continue to get away what they get away with, they must keep this union administration in. Because if they don't, it's going to be hell on earth. Point blank, period. It's going to be hell on earth. And like I said, we got to do something as members. We cannot continue to remain to sit on the sidelines and be quiet, right? So we're going to do everything we need to do right here at Progressive Action. We're going to step up making our videos. We're going to step up. Everybody going to start. You're going to start seeing more videos from Paulie. You're going to start seeing more videos from Joe Campbell. You're going to start seeing more activity over here, and we're going to show the members what a real union leadership looks like. We talking about experience. We talking about real fight back. We talking about technology. We talking about youth. We talking about being unapologetic to MTA bosses and the governor of New York State. This is what we up against. Our livelihood hangs in the balance. It hangs in the balance. I mean, this picture alone, I have to put it back up on the screen. This is Utano, Pete Risconi, standing with MTA bosses during a parade. A parade that was disrespectful to every single family member of our brothers and sisters who passed on the job during this pandemic. If anything, they should have used this parade to show the conditions that we worked under. They should have used this parade to show how many brothers and sisters we really lost. They should have used this parade to show how we're not prepared for another one of these pandemics. But you want to know what? In order for them to do that, they will be indicting themselves. And one thing that they are smart on, they are smart not to indict themselves. That's why they don't do it. Because as soon as you start asking questions as they start asking questions or not be friendly towards management, then it opens up questions. Well, what did you guys really do? And then once you put their actions under a microscope and a fine tooth comb, you will see that they were negligent in their duties also. That's what you would see. So I want you guys to really start zeroing in. I want you guys you have to share out these live videos. You're not getting this level of information nowhere. Nowhere. Like 2 weeks ago, I asked anyone to debate me and call in. I didn't care who it was. Call in and debate me if I'm so wrong. Nobody don't want to do it. Nobody don't want to face that fire. But I'm all for that now. Now I want to hear from the union administration. I want to talk about their incompetence. I want to talk about their smoke screen and mirrors. I want to talk about their technology. We are in some serious times right now. Serious times. Every union is under attack, but only some unions is actually taking a stand. So shout out to the FDNY union. Shout out to the correction officers union. Shout out to the 60 plus unions under DC 37 who also boycotted this ticker tape parade. But our union couldn't afford to boycott it because they use events like this as campaign tools. Yeah, they don't have to say that they're campaigning, but as you see the activity going up on the union website, so you're going to see more pictures. You're going to see them out in the field. You're going to see them handing out probably masks with their name on it, with local or Stand United name on it. You're going to start seeing that. Why they wasn't handing out masks during the pandemic? They could have handed out Stand United masks during the pandemic. You want to know why? Because they was out hiding. They was out hiding. Oh, I wanna during the video also, I'm gonna play the video again because I want to explain one more part. So check it out.
New York City Hometown Heroes Ticker Tape Parade honored all frontline workers today, from doctors and nurses to grocery delivery and bodega workers to first responders, teachers, and transit and sanitation employees.
I don't care where it comes from, federal, state, city, we deserve it.
But thousands of essential workers, including paramedics, boycotted the parade that marched up the Canyon of Heroes in Lower Manhattan. And many who were there from unions, like the Transport Workers Union, held up signs like this: "We are essential, not expendable."
During the pandemic, our members were out there 24 hours, 7 days a week, while people were home and being able to go to where they had to go because we took them there. And now it's time for the government to step up.
The FDNY EMS union.
Y'all heard what he said? Did y'all hear what he said?
Get the fuck out of here!
He got to be crazy, but he was right. And Utano, I must say, you was right about during the pandemic, we were out there 24/7 while people were home. You want to know why? Because you was one of those people who was home. You was one of those people who wasn't coming to the union hall. You was one of those people who was not coming to the field. You was making sure that your family was safe. So when you say while people was home, yeah, you talking about yourself and a whole bunch of elected reps. That's who you talking about. So yes, you're right on that. But like I tell you guys, we can't continue this landslide of our union to continue. It's happening in slow motion. We already lost a lot this past decade. We lost a whole bunch this past decade. We cannot afford to lose any more. So I need you guys to share out these videos. It's on YouTube. I mean, I hear people say, oh, you know, everyone don't got Facebook. Okay, it's on YouTube. Subscribe to, let me put the YouTube back on the screen. Subscribe back to the YouTube. The YouTube is Progressive Action. New videos weekly. New videos weekly. You got Twitter? Go on our Twitter. You see the stuff happening on the screen. You see it. If you got Instagram, go to Instagram. Progressive Action. There's no excuse why you're not sharing these videos. There's no excuse why you're not liking these videos. There's no excuse. Let's stop making the excuses. Let's go back 10 toes down to the ground and let's make it happen. And once again, if you want to donate to the platform, you could donate via Cash App. The Cash App is $ Progressive Action 100. It is right there. No excuses. I am your host, Tramel Thompson. Thanks for tuning in to the show. I will see you guys very soon. More videos. You're going to see a lot of videos from the team. And we're going to step it up. We're going to give y'all guys the information that y'all need. And catch you guys later. Peace.